Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of The Cider Drinker. On today's episode, I am returning once again to the Aspall Cider Company to try out another one of their ciders for you guys. If you remember, way back somewhere in the 30s, I think it was my 37th review, I reviewed Aspall Draft Cider and gave it a 6 out of 10, saying that it was an alright cider to drink, especially on a night out, but it wasn't anything too spectacular. So, will today's cider, Aspall Premier Cru, be any better than the draft variety? Well, we'll be finding out shortly, but as with every other review I've done, let me go and give you some details on Aspall Premier Cru variety.
Aspall Premier Cru comes in 500ml bottles, and unlike the draft variety, I do believe this is the only way you can get it as well. Now, it's 7% in volume, which is quite a bit stronger than the draft variety too. It also says on the front of the bottle there that this is a dry tasting cider, and the price, if you remember in my draft Aspall review, you'll remember that it's quite varied, but the general price of these Aspall bottles is around £2.19. But as I said, do your shopping about because you can definitely get them for cheaper.
Well, as you no doubt heard from that description there, this Premier Cru variety is a hell of a lot stronger than the draft variety. The draft one was about 5.5% volume, and this bad boy's coming in at a strong 7%, so this is more like a vintage sort of cider we've got here. But if you've seen one Aspall cider bottle, you've pretty much seen them all. Although the way to differentiate between the two is they have the Premier Cru there, and it had the draft on the previous bottle, and no doubt it's got different things for the other different ciders as well. So yeah, you've still got the same, established in 1728, founded by Clement Chevalier. There he is, there's his little bonce there. Oh, isn't he nice? Made at Aspall Hall since 1728, and I do, as I say, I love this little knight guy with the raving moustache and the scimitar and everything. That's really cool. Overall, I do like the Aspall bottle design. It's different, it's unique, and it just looks really nice. You know, it really just draws your attention to it. Anyway, let me just check the back of the bottle, should I say, to see if there's anything different on it. Multi-award winners for quality and taste since 1728, and I still don't really know what awards those are. A full apple flavour cider, spelled with a Y, that captures the essence of an orchard, light on the tongue with a clean, crisp, refreshing apple taste that makes it the Premier Cru of ciders, ideal with food or simply as a refreshing drink on its own. Okay, so it's got the essence of an orchard in it, so obviously you're going to get apples in it, seeing that it's a cider. Oh, and I've just seen right at the bottom, sugars are added to aid fermentation. I really hate it when they put that on bottles. You don't put sugar to aid fermentation. You don't see real ciders doing that, do you? It's like, oh yes, to make this a proper cider we need to add sugar to aid the fermentation. But oh well, there we go. Even though it says it's a dry tasting cider, as it says on the front there probably will be a hint of sweetness to this one. But I'm sure I'm going to find out now, because I am going to go and get this Aspall Premier Cru open. There we go. Let me pop my old bottle opener down there. Now, nice old bit of smoke coming out of there. You can't see it, but I certainly can. Let's give it a whiff. Well, it certainly does smell dry. Yeah, it's got a slight hint of like tannins in the smell. You can smell the tannins in it, but nowhere on par with like the vintage ciders you can get, because you can really smell the tannins from the bottle. But no, this one's got a nice, clean, dry smell to it. Yeah, overall, that smells pretty good. So let's go and pour this in the glass. I'm going to get some glugging here. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of expected with a neck that's that long, but glugging doesn't really do anything to the cider anyway, so I don't really know why I keep on banging on about it. Can I get it all in? Of course I can. It's not a pint. There we go. Right, here is Aspall Premier Cru. There we go, let's get a better view there. Nice, well, it's kind of like a straw-coloured cider if you're asking me. Don't know if you can see that, but very hefty carbonisation too, so I'm no doubt there's going to be belches aplenty in this cider, spelled with a Y. Yeah, very light coloured cider, not really of the norm here. So there we go, that's pretty cool. Let's go and get a whiff in the glass now. Okay, you're getting nice light aromas now. Very slight hint of apples too, but obviously that's expected from a cider. But yeah, it's really weird how they kind of lose their aromas when they get into the glass. It's there we go, that's better. Yeah, you've still got kind of a dry sort of aroma coming off of it too. Nice, clean and crisp, a bit like the colour really. So, will Aspall Premier Cru be any better than the draft variety? Let's go in for the taste test, shall we? Cheers guys, bottoms up. Okay. Not what I was expecting really. As with most of the other ciders I've tried, that was so not what I was expecting. That was quite a unique taste from this one. I'll say right away that it tastes completely different to the draft variety. It's almost got sort of a perfumey sort of initial taste to it. It's like yeah, it's really weird. It's got kind of like a floral perfume sort of initial taste, but wow, it has left my mouth incredibly dry. I mean, I had a while back I had Weston's Extra Dry, and I'd say that this is on par with the dryness of that. Blimey, it's just left it completely and utterly bone dry. Let's get a second opinion. I need to wet my whistle again. I'm not sure I like this one actually. It's not really doing anything for me. Right, yeah, it's just got a very different sort of taste to it than other ciders. I'm not really getting any apple aromas or apple tastes coming off of this. It's all more like a floral sort of fragrance. I can't remember what cider it was, but I remember you know, comparing it to like walking into a perfume shop and someone sprays perfume in, you know, loads of different perfumes, and you get that sort of you know, smell, and that was in the taste. Well, this is pretty much it, but it's just not a very nice tasting one this time. And yeah, well, it certainly gets marks up for being a dry tasting cider. It does its job well there, because it has just left my mouth completely bone dry. That's quite that's quite amazing actually. Literally, my tongue is rough. I'm not actually feeling refreshed at all from this. It's one of these ciders that actually you have to keep on drinking in order to like get any satisfaction from it, and even then you'll probably want to go in for a second drink straight away to actually get some refreshment from it. Let's get another taste. Well, I'm sorry Aspall, but if this is the essence of an orchard, then I don't really want to carry on with it. I will say that it is light. There's no like full bodiness to it. It's a nice light, easy drinking cider. You wouldn't think that it's a 7%er. It's one of those dangerous ciders again. But whether you'd actually want to continue drinking this, I'm not sure. Compared to the draft variety, I'm not overly impressed with this one. I mean, to some people it will appeal immensely, because, you know, if you really do like your dry ciders, and you know, you like your ciders with like a different sort of unique sort of taste to it, then this one might be your cider of choice. Spelled with a Y. Let's get another taste. You notice that I'm pretty much trying to taste as much as I can here, just to keep my mouth from completely drying up here. One good thing though is that you can't taste the sugars in it that they've added in, so that's really good, because I was expecting a little bit of sweetness coming off of this cider, spelled with a Y, but yeah, you're getting none of that here, thankfully, so at least that's one plus point for this. But well, you know, as I say, it is a dry tasting cider, so it does its job well there. But it's just the taste. I mean, there's no aftertaste to it. It's just complete dryness, and yeah, it's just got a really, well, I won't say weird because it's not like Barnstormer Black weird. It's just got a unique taste to it that will appeal to some, but not to others. And sadly, I'm the latter with this one. I'm not really enjoying this cider as much as I did the draft variety. And, well, if I was offered the choice of the two, I would actually happily go with the draft variety compared to this one. Let's just get another taste anyway. Yeah, it's not, I know what it is now. It's not the floral taste in the initial taste. What it is there's this awful musty undertone to it all that completely detracts from all the other flavours. All you can taste is a sort of like a mustiness, as though you've just like put a slice of stale bread in your mouth. You know, you get that sort of mouldy off sort of taste. It's kind of like that. I mean, obviously not as bad as that, but it's something that you don't really want to put in your mouth again because it doesn't really taste that nice. That's what's coming off of Aspall Premier Cru here. But as I say, it's obviously an acquired taste, this one. So all I can really suggest to you guys is try it. You know, if someone offers it to you, try it, see if you like it, and if you do, that's great. If not, oh well, at least you tried. And as for me, I probably won't be getting a bottle of this again. That's kind of disappointing, really. But you know what, I'm going to get a final taste before the final verdict, just to be sure. Yeah, there is that slight undertone of tannins to it. You can get you're getting that from the dryness, but as I say, there's just this awful mustiness throughout the whole taste that's just really putting me off having another sip of this cider. That's really disappointing. I was kind of looking forward to trying this one because I thought, you know, the Premier Cru is supposed to be, you know, their like high-end sort of cider that Aspall do. Although I think that's saved for the what's that one that's got that's like in the champagne bottle sort of thing that's like £7 or £8, which I will be trying at some point. Hopefully that'll be good. But yeah, disappointed with this one, Aspall, I must say. I was more impressed with your draft variety, but even then that wasn't like lighting myself on, you know, lighting me up and saying, wow, this is an amazing cider. But yeah, this one's really disappointing. As I say, acquired taste, so I'm not completely bashing it. I will say, give it a little go. You know, if you can get it for cheap, try it and see if you like it. But for me, not doing it, unfortunately. So yeah, as a finality, it's dry tasting, obviously highly carbonated. So you know, expect belches, but I haven't had any yet. But yeah, just be aware of that musty undertone to it all. But yeah, nice. It does have that nice floral sort of perfumey. It's almost like it's kind of masking the mustiness. That's what it's kind of doing. The floral initial taste is kind of masking the mustiness, so you don't really taste it. But every now and again, you just get hit with it, and you think, oh no, what is this? Anyway, for a verdict for Aspall Premier Cru, I am going to go and give it, sadly, a 4 out of 10. The reason it's not any lower is because, as I say, you know, I'm not completely bashing it, saying it's a horrible tasting cider, but it's definitely one that's not going to appeal to everyone out there. So, with that said, as I say, if you do find it for the cheap, then get a bottle and try it, and then you'll know for sure if you like it or not. But me personally, I'm probably not going to get a bottle of this again. However, I do have some more Aspall ciders to try in the near future, so watch out for them. But for now, that was another episode of The Cider Drinker. Hope you liked it, and sadly it was a bit of a disappointing one for me this time, but hey, there we go, that comes with the territory, doesn't it? I can't keep on doing fantastic ciders for you guys, I have to do some of the bad ones for you. Although, as I say, this isn't really a bad cider, just an acquired taste. So, until next time, I will be back with another delicious and hopefully tasty cider for you. But until then, you know what? Even though it's an acquired taste, I think I will finish off this bottle of Aspall Premier Cru. Because at the end of the day, it's not a bad tasting cider, just an acquired one. Take care, guys. Until next time.